Dr. Dr. Aliba.
Yeah.
Back to you. I also checked out your profile yesterday on the UM's website. You have been a very experienced person moving the issue of AIDS. Yeah. Could you tell me about your major works?
Well, I think in relation to this conference, like I said, I'm one of the 3 scientific co-chairs. So I've been going to Vienna. I was explaining to Her Excellency every 3 months as part of the conference coordinating committee member. As you heard, it's a very large conference. It's 20 to 25,000 people. So actually in this 25 or 28 member conference committee, I'm the only Asian in the, so it's an absolute honor for me personally, and I think for Malaysia as well, for me to be one of the scientific chairs. And my role was to coordinate the scientific program to make sure that the scientific program that we put forward at this conference is the best quality and it's relevant and so forth. So like what Her Excellency was saying, this is not just a scientific conference, but because there's the other large part of the program is called the leadership and advocacy program, and so we work very closely together to put together a conference that's going to highlight the issues of HIV/AIDS globally in the next week or so. There are many other competing issues now globally. There's oil spills and climate change and so forth. But after 20 odd years, HIV/AIDS still remains very, very relevant. So we need to keep reminding the world leaders and the public that it's still very much a very, very important issue.
What is the main issue for AIDS in Malaysia?
The main issue for AIDS in Malaysia, I think, it's prevention. We still continue to get too many people infected. The second main issue is stigma and discrimination that kind of contributes to people getting infected and not coming forward for testing and treatment. The third main issue is access to treatment, although the government's made treatment available, but not enough people are coming forward. That's the other big issue that we're trying to push in Vienna, is to make the world realize that by putting as many people on antiretroviral therapy, that really will help towards reducing the number of people getting infected. So treatment as prevention is a big call in Vienna as well.
So my final question would be for you. What will you seek to achieve in these few days in Vienna?
For me, well, I've been working very closely with the scientific community and the community. That's the other big thing in Vienna is this declaration that has been going around, getting signatures from around the world to urge governments to look at implementing more evidence-based policies in relation to drug users. So it's called the Vienna Declaration, which we'll send to you for information. And that piece of declaration is extremely important to Malaysia, I think, for the government to take note that there are evidence-based policies that we should be looking very, very hard at, because drug use is a major problem in Malaysia, and no doubt it's fueling the HIV epidemic, and we really should move more and more towards evidence-based policies. So I hope post-Vienna to also work on this a lot more in the country.
Yeah. Do you have the figure to put as into how many people in Malaysia are infected by HIV?
As of December, it's 87,000. December 2009.
with the majority being of from which demographic?
Malays, drug users, but you may have heard that we're also seeing more and more women getting infected. So it's not just confined to drug users and sex workers any longer.
I can add something to that. The aim of the conference, the general aim of the conference, and all the big and logistically difficult events that will take place in Vienna. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg is coming, Bill Gates is coming, Bill Clinton is coming, so that the whole logistics of it is a tremendous task. But the aim of it is actually the raising of the consciousness of people, so that they will be ready to take and information and to read about it, so the prevention will be better. Like in Austria, we could reduce the number of new infections drastically by very good information campaigns, although of course it's not perfect either. But as Dr. Adiba said, we also have a tendency now towards more heterosexual infections. It's the disease is moving away from only the drug users and sex workers sphere to so-called normal people, by spreading to people who are related to people who had some contact to the scene. So we have already 40% of heterosexual non-drug users infected. That's quite high, and that's a trend that is worldwide in different stages. And that's why the consciousness has to be raised among the whole of the population, not only about the vulnerable communities.
This conference would be the world's loudest conference that would speak against AIDS, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Loudest and largest. It's one of the biggest conferences, full stop. You don't get many conferences with 25,000 people. Yeah.
All right. I think I have my story here.
Okay.
That's just that if I would need further information, how could I contact the both of you?
Shabana will help you.
Yeah, all right.
And for Her Excellency,
For me, it's the embassy's phone number you can call, and they will always tell you where I am, or if I'm reachable, or I would call back then if I'm not in the office.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. Sorry about the funny arrangement today.
that's okay.
Things like that just happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you once
Okay,
again.
bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Good afternoon. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So good.